discussing how you can process sales invoice and bills in Xero. So let's start. So go to business tab and then invoices. And then if you want to create a new invoice, you go to new invoice. If you want to create new repeating invoice, you go to new repeating invoice. And if you want to create new credit note, just go here. If you want to send statement, just go here. If you want to import sales invoices, click this one. And if you want to export, just click this one. Okay, so since we're gonna discuss creating new invoice, so we'll click this one, new invoice. We need to fill in all the details needed for the new sales invoice. So, for example, I want to create an invoice for a rental sales, okay, for a specific property. Let's say the property is for San Antonio property. So I'm trying to search if the contact already existed. But since we don't have the contacts, so we need to create a new contact. So the name is San Antonio Property. And then just click here, add San Antonio Property as new contact. Okay. So the issue date, let's put it 1st of November. And then the due date should be at the 5th of the month. So that will be +4. This is a shortcut, and then just click enter or type enter, and there you go. Okay. And then invoice number. Just skip this part because this will be this. This is auto generated, so you don't need to do anything here. And then the reference, it's up to you if you want to put reference here or the client wants you to put a reference here. Like for example, this is the first time that I'll be creating this invoice. Let's say I'll just put S Antonio property underscore November. Okay. Okay, this is totally not necessary. So if the client just want you to create a reference, or for yourself if you want to just to track a specific invoices. Okay. So there you go, branding standard description, November rental. Okay, quantity one. Let's say the rental is 400 per month, and then I want to code it under not sales since it's not yet there. The account code is not yet there. I'll be creating a new account code. So just add new account code and then choose what account type. Let's say that's equity, right? So no, it's under sales, and then I'll code this one. I'm just going to the chart of account. So I'll see what code I'll be using because you cannot use the same code twice. Okay, it won't let you save the new account code. Let's say that's under revenue. So revenue 270. So I could create a code for 271. 271. So let's change this one under revenue account type, and the name will be rental. Okay, if there's a default tax, just choose the default tax. Let's just say the default tax is let's say it's exempt sales, exempt of tax. Okay, then click save. But it's very rare. Okay, I'm just using it as an example. But usually for rental income, just like for For what do you call this? For UK client, it's usually tax exempt, and for AU client, it's 10%, and then for US, it's 6.25%. It depends on the county or the state. Okay, so for this example, I'm just gonna use tax exempt or zero tax rate. So I'll just click save. Okay, and then the region, I'll just put just example. I'll just put south. Okay, the amount is in USD, 400 USD, so that's correct. Quantity 1, unit price 400, account code 271, tax rate exempt sale, region south. And the amounts are tax inclusive. Ibig sabihin, yung tax kasama na doon sa subtotal. So, kung tax exclusive naman siya, ibig sabihin, the total plus the tax. And then, no tax, self-explanatory, wala siyang tax. Okay? And then, if everything is all good, just click approve. Okay? By the way, this part, the item part, this is usually used when uh, uh, the client is using inventory item. So they just create new products and services, new item code that they will track. Either is the item being purchased or the item is being uh, is the item is are they selling the item? So they will just fill in the details here, and then they will just choose the item code and it will autofill the details here. And if they need to change it a bit, they're just gonna probably change the quantity or change the unit price. Okay, so there you go. So once all good, let's just approve the sales invoice. So there you go. Okay, this time we're gonna discuss how to create a new bills or yeah, new bills. So go to business and then bills to pay. So I have an example of bills here. So we're going to process Telstra. Telstra is an Australian. This is a telephone, telephone bill, Australian telephone bill. So yeah, Telstra. So go to business, bills to pay, and then new bills from Telstra. Since Telstra is a new contact, we'll create it as a new contact. And then the issue date, let's check. Invoice issued November 9 and due date is November 25th. November 9, due date 25th. Okay. By the way, if the receipt or the bills doesn't have any due date, just put the invoice date or the date the receipt was generated. Okay? And then the reference, usually this is the invoice number. So let's look for the invoice number here. Okay, the bill number. There you go. P548 002 43. Okay. And then the description is, since this is a recurring telephone bill, Okay, let's just put what's the month for this? This is November. So I just usually sum up with like November mobile services. So November mobile services, the total is okay, sorry, 51089. So exclusive of GST. Okay, 51089. 51089. This one service charge. And then accounts charges, discount and credits. $1.63. 1.63. Counter this telephone and internet. Telephone and internet. And then let's check the GST. So this is Australian. This is AUD. So we'll be using AUD Australian dollar. Okay. There is an exchange rate because the default currency for this one is USD. Okay. That's 10%. So we have to change this as inclusive. Then we need to change the tax rate to 10%. Okay. Because this is AUD. But if, like for instance, I'm from Philippines and I purchase items from other country, this should go through GST-free expense. Anything that we buy abroad should be GST-free expense or tax exempt. Okay, but I'm just showing this one like as an example. Like for this one, we're using let's say this is an Australian account and you're processing a bill for an Australian account. Okay, so I'm just showing how you should process it. Okay, so there you go. Here's the bill, 512.52. So that will match. No, that's matching that. And then you can see the GST included in new charges is 39.27. So we have to check. So it's 39.27. So from here, you'll see that our GST is not correct. So you will have to check which of this amount doesn't have any GST in it. So you have to check again. Okay, as you can see, this is exclusive of GST and this one is inclusive of GST. Just gonna check. 1.43.